On tomorrow's game, who do you think in Sri Lanka will be a threat for Bangladesh team? Do you feel any specific player?
Obviously, the guy who scored 4 goals. I think the other winger is also good. So I think those two are the biggest threats to our team. I don't know their names, but as what I've seen, they are the two most dangerous players on the Sri Lanka team.
Jamal, here, how motivated are the boys for the match with Sri Lanka? Like you won it now, and how motivated are you guys and yourself, all of you? How motivated are you?
I think everybody is motivated because we are in a foreign country and we have the opportunity to take a trophy home to Bangladesh in a foreign place. So that's a big motivation for us, and it's also we have 170 million people in Bangladesh and they expect something for us. So that is also a motivation for us. So not only the trophy and the final, but also the people who are thinking about us at home.
So Jamal, I'm asking the same question which Tanish asked from the coach. You are a La Liga analyzer and commentator. So just I want to know what you feel. Are there any big difference between Europe football and South Asian football?
As coach said, I think the standards are higher in Europe. Then we can talk about facilities and stuff like that. But in general, football is football. But I think the standard is higher in Europe. Everywhere there's things lacking, but how I see it is that in South Asian, the tempo is not that high as in Europe. That's the main difference. But overall, I think if you take a European team or an African team or whatever from outside of Asia, they come to Bangladesh and play, they will find it very hard because of the temperature and the pitches. So yeah, that's how I see it.
যেমন কেমন ছিল লাস্ট 2 days অ্যাকচুয়ালি মালদ্বীপকে হারানোর পর, আর এই ম্যাচটা নিয়ে কি ভাবছো আসলে শ্রীলঙ্কার ম্যাচে?
যেদিন আমরা জিতছি অফকোর্স সবাই খুশি ছিল, কারণ after the Shifts match সবাই অনেক মুড ডাউন ছিল, কারণ আমরা লাস্ট মিনিট গোল করছি। But after the Maldives match, mood একদম চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, so the boys are more hungry now.
কি মনে হয় যে এই জয়টা কি আসলে লাস্টে মালদ্বীপের সাথে জিতলে এটা কি আরো বেশি ইন্সপায়ার করবে মানে শ্রীলঙ্কা ম্যাচে?
Nah, it gave us confidence. Confidence boost that we can do something in this tournament, and we have to take that to the next game. But we have to respect the opponent, because if you don't respect the opponent, you will do mistakes. So we have to respect the opponent.
Jamal, you said in your first speech, the Bangladeshis 18 crore people are waiting for a trophy to you. Can you say it in Bangla 1 second?
You got it because I got
না, মানুষ ওয়েট করতেছে আমার জন্য আর টিমের জন্য, আমরা একটা দেশের বাইরে একটা ট্রফি নিয়ে, এটা এক বড় অ্যাচিভমেন্ট
হবে,
এটা হবে ইনশাআল্লাহ।
এবং সেই জায়গায় তোমরা কতটা প্রস্তুত টুমরো ম্যাচ মানে কালকের জন্য, কতটা রেডি? আমরা একটা কথা বলতে চাই, প্রথম ম্যাচে আমাদের যে ড্রটা হয়েছিল ফার্স্ট ম্যাচে, সেই ড্রর আমরা কারণ ধরেছিলাম যে মাঠটা ভালো না, মাঠ আমরা ধরতে পারছি না, ক্লান্ত হয়ে যাচ্ছে। সেকেন্ড ম্যাচে কিছুটা রিকভার করছি আমরা, একটু অ্যাডজাস্টমেন্ট আসছে। এখন থার্ড ম্যাচটা, এবং এটাই হচ্ছে ক্রুশিয়াল ম্যাচ, এবং এটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের বাঁচা মরার লড়াই। এইখানটা আসলে আমরা কতটা প্রস্তুত হয়ে গেছি এই ফাইটটা করার জন্য, বা এইখান থেকে আমরা উইন নট নেসেসারি বাট ড্র ইজ নেসেসারি।
না, আমরা তো জিততে চাই, আমরা উইন করতে চাই, বাট আমরা জানি শ্রীলঙ্কা ওরা একটা they need a result, so ওরা অ্যাটাকিং ফুটবল খেলবে, এটা আমরা জানি। সো ওইখানে একটা একটা ফাঁকা জায়গা আছে, where we can do something.
The games in between it is more about recovering the players and strategy. Every game is very different, like I told you from the beginning. Sri Lanka is very different than Mali is very different than Seychelles, and we're preparing a little bit different for this match also. It's the last match, we're in a position where we have 4 points, and everything is a factor, and we're preparing to win the match.
Coach, anyway, tomorrow's game will be very crucial because the winning team will be straight into the finals most probably. So tomorrow's game is the home country.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? Sri Lanka actually we didn't do well on both matches, unfortunately, one draw and one loss. So did you go through the Sri Lanka team analysis? But what do you think? What Bangladesh can do tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I think even they're not playing very well. You know, anything can change. If they beat us, they will be in the final, and no one will remember those 2 games, and also we won't remember our 2 games. And it's crucial to be disciplined. You know, I watched the game against Seychelles, and one thing they will have is the crowd behind the team. You know, even when the team was not playing well, even when they conceded, then the fans were still cheering for Sri Lanka. Then we have to be very calm. We have to be disciplined like last game, and we must understand the moments of games. And you know, they have to win it. And if they win it, they have to take risks. And if they take risks, we must make them pay in the game.
Good afternoon, head coach. You are very fresh, look like nice.
I go to the sauna, that's why.
Yeah, we see it. And after 2 days, I saw Mr. Jamal Bhuiyan is laughing with. I hope you have a new magic. What is your magic for tomorrow?
You know, like I said, I think one thing we had the boys, and Jamal, we came here with no excuses. You know, I think one of the reasons we're doing well, we took the responsibility. We came here with no excuses. We tried to win every game. You know, and I told the players, if you don't do well, I take the responsibility. It's my job to take responsibility. Then what I want them to do is to play football, believe in what I'm telling them, and if they do what I believe is the best for them, they can win any game they play. And we're happy what we've done, but we want a bit more, one more step. We're very close to what we want, and tomorrow is a crucial game to us to reach that final. And we're happy, but we want a bit more,
Coach, yeah. On the left.
Okay.
And after match, I think you are full motivated right now. Yeah. And just a common question coming to South Asian football. You are coming from Portugal, am I right? Yeah. And a player who is leading right now, Cristiano Ronaldo, from there. Do you think anything lack here in South Asia when it comes to facilities or anything like that for the players and also for the management? Do you see any lack behind?
You know, one thing, actually, you know, that's a very big question. All South Asia is very different everywhere. But one thing I believe, football is football. Football is football. You know, you can have, I've trained in the Super League in Malaysia where I had really good facilities, and maybe in other countries I were not so good facilities, but football is football everywhere in the world. Now, if you ask me, do I coach different? Same. You know, my mentality is a winning mentality. Same way I coach in Portugal, I coach in Bangladesh. I don't tell Jamal, because Jamal is from Bangladesh, no, the same way. Then everything around, it can be different, but it cannot affect you inside. And my way of living football, coaching football, is the same way in Bangladesh and Portugal, Malaysia, Korea, everywhere I've been, Thailand. I don't change my way. Of course, I adapt a little bit to the culture, to the style of life. You know, it's different. You know, they don't eat the same thing I eat, and I don't want them to eat the same thing I eat. But yeah, just adapting, but keeping the standards. I think that's one of the times I tell these boys is, it's not because you're Bangladesh, you're better than I am because I'm Portuguese. It's not the passport. You know, we're saying that if we keep the standards up, there's no difference. Because also, in Portugal, also there's lazy people, huh? There's lazy players, there's bad pitches. It's not everything is great in Europe also.
And another one added. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Coach, in soft football, Maldives, we play against Sri Lanka in first match. In Colombo, we are going to play against Sri Lanka in last match, league-based last match. And also, some history, after 2010, in Colombo, we cannot win against, after 2008, we cannot win against Colombo, against Sri Lanka. So tomorrow's match is very crucial, we have to draw, and they need to win. What is your plan? Can Bangladesh win tomorrow? And what is the difference between South Sri Lanka team and this Sri Lanka team?
I think every game is very different. You know, I think what happened in SAF happened in SAF. I think also this is a different team. A lot of players that were in that squad are not here. But those things you tell me actually motivate me. Those things you tell me I used with the team. You told me before we left Bangladesh, 18 years we don't beat Maldives. And when I said we're going to try to win, some people think I'm crazy, right? Coach is crazy. And like this, we never beaten win in Sri Lanka. And that's something that, why not? Why not this time? Not easy, not easy. And also we're in a situation where not losing will make us go to the final. Then a draw, I won't play for a draw, but we also can go to the final. But I think that's extra motivation. If we never beat Sri Lanka in Colombo, let's do it for the first time. Let's try to do something even bigger what we did last game. Then why not? I think it like that. Why not?
Coach, before the second game, you said that you wanted much better response from the team.
Yeah.
You wanted them to fight till the end. And in the first game, you all scored late. You conceded late, and in the second game, you all scored late. Are you happy with the response from the team, and how has it progressed from the first to the second and to the last game?
Yeah, I think that's one of the issues with Bangladesh football, Jamal, is those last 10 minutes of games. I've been 4 years previously with the national team, and it was always Bangladesh last 10 minutes. They cannot keep the advantage. They cannot, and it happened actually in the first game. But I think this game, we learned from our mistakes. I think losing points against Seychelles was good for us. We made a mistake, and the last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes, last 20 minutes against Maldives, I didn't feel Maldives can score the goal. I think we were very compact, we were very organized, very disciplined, and hopefully the players taste that and can do it again and not be happy. That's the thing. We did it one time. Can we do it 2 times? Can we do it 3 times? That's the main thing in professional football is can you keep the performance high? That's what we want. We don't want to just be happy with the last performance. We want to do it again.
Coach, I have a question for you. My colleagues compliment to you. You are so fresh today. My question is, as your players, as your boys are fresh, as like you today, to play tomorrow against Sri Lanka?
I think so. I think, in football, not just the body-wise, when you win, you're mentally fresh. I think if we lost 2 games, it'll be difficult, no doubt. But I think they're mentally fresh. I think they can taste a little bit the final. And when you start tasting and when you get closer, I think you get a little bit more hungry. And I hope I can today and tomorrow motivate them and keep them alert and understand it's not going to be easy to reach the final, never easy. But I want them to have that taste. The final is close, and let's keep on going and push one more game.
Coach, maybe plan to change 11 because Saduddin did not play extra defense. So, any change coming 11?
I haven't made my mind honestly. I don't know yet. At this point, really, I don't know. I still have a training session today. I'm going to see what's the condition of Sad, because let's see how Sad is feeling. Let's see how Ibrahim is feeling. But at the moment, I don't have an answer. Sorry.